A new decision by the Israeli regime to change land administration and registration rules in the occupied West Bank and annex more Palestinian land has drawn strong condemnation from Hamas. The movement described the move as part of Israel's colonial policy to ethnically cleanse Palestinians from their homeland. Hamas said measures such as land seizures, the registration of property for Zionist settlers, and deauthorization of Palestinian municipalities are aimed at imposing the regime's false sovereignty over Palestinian land. The move, Hamas added, also seeks to alter geographical and legal realities on the ground. The movement called for national unity and resistance against these plans, urging Palestinians to confront the fascist occupying regime and its settlers by all available means. Hamas stressed that Palestinians will never surrender to such policies and will continue to uphold their historical rights. It also urged Arab and Islamic states to front Israel's efforts to annex the West Bank by cutting relations with the regime, expelling its ambassadors, and support the legitimate rights of Palestinians. Now, to talk more on this, we are joined by Mr. Jim Kavanagh, political analyst and blogger, joining us all the way from New York. Mr. Kavanagh, good to see you again. Mr. Kavanagh, your thoughts on Israel changing rules whenever and however they want, which has always been against the Palestinians. And yet, despite knowing all this, there is a deafening silence by the international community.
Yeah, what else is new? I mean, this is what Israel does and has done. And it's a disgrace. You know, of course, I agree with everything Hamas has said, but Hamas has no power in the West Bank. They don't have a presence in the West Bank. And the West Bank is governed by Palestinian Authority, which has surrendered to the Israelis and is a police force for Israel. And this is what Israel has been doing. The whole Oslo process has been, everybody's got to realize this. I think many people have for a long time, but I think the whole world can see it now. The whole Oslo peace process, the two-state solution, this is nonsense. Israel is going to do what it wants. It's going to encroach on Palestinian territory relentlessly. It has, and it's going to continue to do that. And it's never going to be stopped until someone forcefully puts an end to it. And I don't see Hamas can't do it. They can't even do it in Gaza, so they're not going to do it in the West Bank. The West Bank is unarmed. Our population is unarmed, and has, as I say, a political representation in the form of the Palestinian Authority, which is surrendered to the Americans and the Israelis. And the Arab states, what are you kidding me? I mean, there's two states that are supportive of the Palestinians, Yemen and Iran, and they don't have much purchase on this. So I'm afraid we're looking at the ethnic cleansing of Palestine continuing and in acceleration, since it has been, as it has been since 1948, but it's in the last 2 years been accelerated to a great degree. And that's not just Gaza, it's the West Bank.
Mr. Kavanagh, Hamas stressed that the Palestinians will never surrender and will continue to uphold their historical rights. And as we've seen, they are paying the price with their lives. And also the resistance urged Arab and Islamic states to stand up to Israel's annexation plans. But as you said as well, we're yet to see any support by those states. But shouldn't they be worried because after Gaza and the West Bank, sooner or later, they are next?
Well, they are next if they don't submit to Israeli and American hegemony in the region, but they are submitting to that. Look, this is Palestinians can never, and we can romanticize and be heroic and say the Palestinians will never surrender, but they can be defeated. They are being defeated in Gaza, and they have surrendered in the West Bank. The PA has surrendered to Israel. Let's not kid ourselves. So there's going to have to be a rise, another kind of movement of resistance, that's going to not only not surrender, but that's going to overcome and defeat the Zionist regime. There's no way of avoiding this now. You can't just stand around and say we never surrender, and while you're being ethnically cleansed, something has to start pushing back and stopping the tide and pushing it in the other direction. And I'm just, Palestinians are incredibly brave. I'm the bravest people in the world, but there's an overwhelming force being used against them, and the international community, which leaders like the Palestinian Authority have relied upon, doesn't give a damn about the Palestinians, unfortunately. So, except for a couple of countries, but somebody with some power has to come in and exert counterpower against the power that's being used against the Palestinians and stop it. And I'm not, people are being killed on the West Bank, not as quickly, but someone gets murdered, the person gets the Jewish settler gets a slap on the wrist. They know there's a constant state of pogrom in the West Bank against the Palestinians. I don't know how it's going to, of course, everybody should realize, everybody in the world should realize, you let this happen, they're going to, if there's no rules against them destroying the Palestinians, there's no rules against them coming after you. That's absolutely right. But very few people in the world are living by that dictum. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's not looking good.